Sponsored by the original Jojoba Company. I believe that massage therapists should only be using the highest quality products because our clients deserve it and our bodies deserve it too. I have been using jojoba for years because it doesn't go rancid. It does not contain triglycerides like a lot of products do, so it won't go bad. This also makes jojoba a really cost-effective carrier for your essential oils. You can put that lavender in there and the oils are not going to go rancid and waste your lavender. It is non-allergenic, so I can use it on any client and every client without being concerned about an allergic reaction. This is a really big deal in my office. And you, my friends, can get 20% off the price of the product when you shop through our link, massagebusinessblueprint.com/jojoba.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Massage Business Blueprint podcast, where we help you attract more clients, make more money, and improve your quality of life. I'm Michael Reynolds.
I'm Melissa Haynes.
We're your hosts. Welcome to our show today. We are glad you're here.
That was like a raucous music entry. It could just be that like my volume is up, but whew, it's dance party morning.
Hopefully I think it all equals out in the post-production, but I know you've mentioned it. I'll try and tone it down a little bit. I'm just a little bit loud for you. So
oh my gosh, I think I didn't tell you. So my friend Jason sent me this podcast episode put out by ADP, the payroll system people, and they use our podcast music, but it's like a different version of it.
Oh, nice!
It's like the same melody thing, but it's poor. And also, I really like the podcast episode, but I'm not sharing it with anyone because they had just terrible sound quality, and like from the part of the host. Like, occasionally the guest is calling in on the phone and it's terrible, and you're like, whatever, they're doing the best they can. Now, it was the host who had terrible sound quality, so I'm not referring to it.
Oh, well, yay for us for having better sound quality than ADP, which is
I know, right? I was like, seriously, two people with an internet business can get a better podcast, quality going than ADP. Come on. Anywho, I'm going to go first because mine leads into yours. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So what I've been reading this week is, so Monday was just like the sweetest day. I got 2 different texts from people, all massage related people. Well, actually, I got 3 texts in total, but the first one was one of our friends checking on another of our friends because the website was down. Her website was down for like a couple hours. There was like a glitch thingy. And the first friend was like, hey, I've been trying to get a hold of her and the email's bounced and the website's down. Is everything okay? Have you heard from her? And I was like, I totally heard from her this morning. So everybody's okay. It's just a computer glitch. But it was like such a sweet message, like checking in on somebody. And then the same thing happened again. Another one of our massage friends texted me and said, hey, I haven't heard from so-and-so in a while. I've emailed a couple times, but not gotten a response. And is everything okay? I know it's had really hard times right now. And I was like, yes, everything's fine. She's actually great. She's just really busy. She's probably not reading the emails in a hurry. And I was like, she's actually really busy starting her massage practice again. So, but it was just like such a loving concern. It was really sweet.
Yeah, that's sweet for each other.
And then somebody was really sweet for me. I got a wonderful text message with a podcast recommendation from our friend and a longtime premium member and just a wonderful oncology massage therapist named Joan, who I adore. She always sends us things like emails us stuff that she thinks we would like or would appreciate, like our members would appreciate or our listeners would appreciate. But she sent me special me, a podcast recommendation. And it was for the podcast Everything Happens, which is by Kate Bowler, who is such an interesting person, a young woman with stage 4 cancer. And she's written a couple of books. She's a theologian. I think she's like a hospital chaplain, actually. And prolific and beautiful writing and podcasting. But Joan specifically sent me an episode that's about the myths of parenting, and which is an episode I think in late March, which I actually didn't listen to yet because I got caught on a more recent episode where Kate Bowler interviews Susan Cain. And you know Susan Cain, Michael, because we saw her speak at a conference years back. The Quiet Revolution, the introvert. She she was on the podcast talking kind of about loss and how we deal with loss and resilience and bittersweet stuff. And it was just lovely. But I have the parenting episode, the Myths of Parenting episode on cue to listen to today on my way to work. And it was such a lovely day of people doing sweet, thoughtful things to check on each other and share with each other. And then I got home from work late Monday night. It was like 9 o'clock when I got home, and I hadn't looked at news all day. And I looked at news, and the world is imploding, which is actually Michael's next topic for what he read this week. So let's go right into that. Michael, what are you reading?
Sure. Like many of us, reading about the leaked draft from the Supreme Court, signifying the intention to overturn Roe versus Wade, and nothing I can say is going to be more eloquent or qualified than the voices already out there. So, the article that I'm referencing today, though, is from Anti-Racism Daily, which I love, by the way, and bless them. Nicole was up at 2 a.m. writing this article immediately after the news. And it's on their website. And the title of the article is "The Continuing Fight for Abortion Rights." And what specifically I am enjoying about this particular article is the points of action we can take, because I think it's really important to not only share our voices and our opinions and so forth, but also take action. So some of the things referenced in the article, for example, I've already made a donation to National Network of Abortion Funds. And they give you a link where you can make a donation to distribute it across 83 different funds, which the funds specifically are set aside to help women with things like transportation and medical care and access to getting abortions who are underserved and marginalized. So that's one way you can take immediate action. There's events throughout the country that are being formed for protests. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on those events to see what's coming in my area. So there's a list of things you can do immediately and a list of things you can do over time. Things like setting up, safety plans within your community, and of course, voting. So this particular article, Anti-Racism Daily, always does a phenomenal job, in my opinion, of framing the issues and then providing actionable steps that we can take to participate. So that's what I've been reading about, as many of us have. And that particular article I've linked in the show notes because I think it's very impactful and very practical as well. So,
And I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of rope a few other thoughts into here as to why this matters. So there has been, my 12 seconds of being a pre-law major and reading a whole bunch of stuff in the last couple of weeks, and the last few days. It's important that we recognize that should this decision, I mean, we read a draft decision, so who knows what the final is actually going to look like. Some people are saying that this got leaked so that the final would look more like this, because there could be embarrassment in the court for changed opinions between now and when the final is released. And anywho, this particular decision, the way it's written, is really rooted in erasing the right to privacy. The right to abortion was based on a Connecticut case, I think Griswold versus Connecticut, way back when people challenged the ban on contraception. And it was a court decision way back then established that there's a right to privacy about what happens in your bedroom, whether you're married or not. And that has gone on to lay a foundation for many other things, including not just reproductive freedoms, but also marriage equality, trans rights, all kinds of medical stuff. Should this decision move forward as the draft is written, there's going to be an erasure of these privacy rights. And at the same time, we're seeing all kinds of other things go on in this country. So put a pin in the Supreme Court stuff for a second. I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened to a colleague of mine in Massachusetts last week. This colleague has been a massage therapist for a couple of decades at least, and has always held his business accounts at a particular bank in the Boston area. And he got a phone call from that bank early last week that said, we are shutting down your account. We have frozen your debit cards already. We have frozen your account. And any funds that, come get your money, or we're just going to mail you a check with whatever's left in the account in 2 weeks when we close it final. And he was like, is this a joke. Like he thought he was getting like a spam phone call that like wanted his information to steal from him. So he ended up walking in, he went into a bank branch and talked to a branch manager who was able to kind of dig, was like, didn't know what was going on, but was able to dig around and find a letter that had not yet been mailed to this massage therapist that said, we cannot serve you and your business any longer. We're closing your accounts with all the details. So the bank manager was finally able to get through to headquarters, and all they could tell this massage therapist was that they had learned through news and such that massage therapy businesses were often connected to sex trafficking and other illegal things, and they were his business was not conducive or like whatever, did not meet with their conservative views, and they literally used the word conservative, and closed his accounts out. So this was shocking. And a couple of payments that he had made, like online, have bounced. He had to some deposits sent from his credit card processing to the bank had bounced back. So there was this whole like money debacle that he had zero control over and zero warning of until it had happened already. And this is not cool. A bank decided that a massage business, because perhaps it may be related to something illegal, which in Massachusetts is like ridiculous because we're so highly regulated. It happens, but like this dude who'd had his massage business for 20 plus years at this bank just got cut off. So, how does this relate to the right to privacy? It doesn't. But I can tell you that legislation is moving in a way that will allow any company, any local government to shut you off for whatever freaking reason they want. So if they want to say your massage practice is a brothel, they're going to make it so like it's okay for banks to just ditch you. Like, holy crap, one thing does lead to another. This is all part of a conservative movement to create a society in which we all follow their evangelical rules. And this absolutely 100% will affect your business financially. You want to go back 30 years to when everybody thought we were all whores? There you go. This is it. So if Michael gets any hate mail, and by the way, just like a reminder that Michael is the one that brought up this particular topic.
I'll take the hate mail.
Not I. If you want to send an email saying that we shouldn't be touching upon these political issues, one, we should, because we touch people's bodies and the body is political inherently. And because the freaking evangelicals have made it that way. And two, and not all of them, I appreciate lots of religious people, but yeah, this all relates to our business. This is going to relate to our ability to like do financial transactions. So heads up, they're coming for us in every possible way. That's my rant. Sorry, I didn't intend on that.
I was blown away when you told me about the
holy mackerel.
I was like, what is happening? So that was amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we have a happier topic today, and I'm excited to get to it.
A happier topic. And speaking of happiness, let's talk about how much we love our friends at ABMP.
We do love our friends at ABMP. Yay. Let's talk about Massage and Bodywork Magazine, because I have an article out in the most recent one, my follow-up on imposter issues. So ABMP is responsible for Massage and Bodywork Magazine. This is an award-winning magazine. It is included in print for ABMP members. You'll get it in your mailbox. It is beautifully designed and available for free to the whole profession at massageandbodyworkdigital.com. The Blueprint for Success column, hey, that's us, is featured in every issue in the best practices section. It is a high quality professional journal that includes techniques, in-depth features, video tie-ins to cover issues that matter to professional body workers. In an issue, maybe not the current one, maybe the one before, they had a really great layout of all of the benefits that you get with ABMP, like all the partnerships that offer you discounts. So that was really exciting because we were in there. Our members get a discount when they become a member through the ABMP member portal, and a whole bunch of other companies that I just absolutely adore that you get discounts with. So Went off on a tangent there, but you can learn more at abmp.com.
And going to comments from Facebook Live, Kylie popped in and said it was a great article. Thank you,
Aw, thanks,
Kylie.
Kylie. I
She-
felt really good. Actually, I'm going to be recording a podcast episode with them about that too, that I think will be out late in May. So heads up, folks.
Heads up. All right. So let's talk about how to stop taking on new clients.
Yeah, this is great. How busy is too busy? Well, we're going to find out. I got a great email from a listener that said, I have a rebooking rate of 99%. I'm just going to insert some applause there. I belong to a networking group that I should probably drop, but I get nervous wondering how the summer will go every year. I live in Phoenix, where summer temps can hit 120 degrees. Because I do both in call and out call, I hesitate to do online scheduling. Just a little foundational business stuff there. A lot of my time is spent explaining to potential and existing clients that my first availability is 2 months away. Is there a point at which I can safely say I'm not taking new clients? And if so, what is the best way to say this? So there's a little bit of information here that's important. So one, rebooking rate of 99%, which is just phenomenal. So good on you. You must be a great therapist with great retention practices and awesome. So, and also we're dealing with a slightly seasonal business. So if you live in Phoenix, you're probably getting a lot of snowbirds who go home or go return to cooler places in the summer. So it of course is possible that your business is going to drop a little bit. So let's think about this. And then we had some questions come up in the premium community about like how to kind of turn off the faucet of new clients for various reasons. And it kind of all fell into this really great topic. So typically, I will suggest that people stop or just reduce taking new clients pretty much when you find that you're as busy as you want to be, like between 90 and 95, 90 and 99% of the time. If most of your weeks, your schedule is full and you like it that way, you're happy. And if when you occasionally get a cancellation, you're not like devastated by it, it doesn't mess up your whole budget. That's when it's okay to slow that intake or stop that intake of new clients. When clients are scheduling a few appointments out, like 2 months out, and they're still squawking about not getting in as often as they like, that's a sign. If you're full for 8 weeks out, that's a good sign. So there's a handful of steps that you can take to kind of slow down the intake or turn off the intake of new clients. First of all, I happen to know that the person who emailed just raised their prices, so this doesn't apply to them. But if you haven't raised your prices in a while, it's a good time. One, because maybe a client or two will drop off. Maybe some lingerers who are kind of like, meh, but they've been rescheduling will drop off. That sounds like a terrifying thing, but it's going to create more room in your schedule. And that's a good thing if you're very, very busy. Also, when you raise your prices and you start making an extra 100, 200 a week, it calms the fear a little bit about not taking so many new clients anymore. It because you're already making more. If you have an empty appointment here and there, it's not as like emotionally triggering because you're getting more money anyway. All right. If you decide that you just want to slow it down, what you can do is decide to only see certain kinds of new clients. This applies too if you're like really into niching, but let's say I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm taking manual lymphatic drainage next week. I'm taking the course. And moving forward, I expect to, once I get some practice under my belt, I'm going to only take new clients who are seeking manual lymphatic drainage treatment. So I'm going to put up on my website, I'm so fortunate to have a very full practice. I am only accommodating new clients who are seeking manual lymphatic drainage treatments. And then you screen people, new clients, as they schedule, figure out whatever your process is so that when someone new schedules, it's because they're scheduling for that treatment. Okay. Or you can just shut off the faucet altogether, which says something like, I am so, like literally put this on your website, on your booking page. I am so fortunate to have a full schedule, but this means I cannot accommodate new clients. Please see my resources page for information about my favorite local practitioners. Big bold. If you're going to still allow people to schedule online, then you need to figure out the control over that. But big bold, like, I am not accepting new clients. Boom. You can have like the pretty explanation and then a big bold right before you're scheduling stuff. I am not accepting new clients. Do not schedule an appointment. You can use that similar line if, and you could, if you want to like really screen, like if you're doing the first thing and you are taking referrals from your current clients, but nobody else, you can create a line that just says, I am accepting new clients on a limited basis. Potential new clients should call me here to initiate their first appointment. But again, you want to have some referral options saved in your phone. Typically, what I do if if someone calls me, but it ends up that I'm not going to book an appointment for them, I usually say, "Are you calling me from a cell phone? If you want, as soon as we hang up, I can text you the website of the massage therapist I'm referring to." And people are so grateful about that. They really, really like. They might be a little annoyed that you can't fit them in, but they're going to be really grateful that you've offered a resource. And that's helpful because we always want to be building like, good business karma. So that's how to like shut off the flow so that you can deal with who you have and keep them happy. So for current clients who are unhappy about the wait for their next appointments, you can really kind of isolate who are the people who are super regular clients and want to come in regularly and maybe want to come in a little bit more. You can say to them, I'm sorry. I know that it's frustrating to not get in as soon as you prefer. My clientele grew very quickly and my schedule is becoming a little tricky. So let's resolve this. Sorry, I just lost my place on my notes. So my clientele grew very quickly and scheduling has become tricky. To help resolve this, I'm not taking new clients and I'm doing my best to schedule current and regular clients as frequently as possible. Let's schedule you out a few months. And when you give them that, when you say, I know, I'm sorry, this got a little bit out of hand. So let's schedule you so that you can get in 8 weeks and then maybe 4 weeks after that if you really want to come once a month. This is still tough because if you have so many clients that want to come in every month and you just don't have enough appointments every month, you're going to have to stretch it out to 6 and 8 weeks between. But as you do this, like we all lose clients for unspecified reasons. And especially with this person in Phoenix, they'll probably have a handful of clients go away for the summer. It's okay to not prioritize them in the way that you prioritize people who are there year round. So these year rounders are going to get their regular appointments, and all of the less regular or seasonal get booked around them. So you're keeping your core really happy, which is good because they're like, funding your retirement and paying your rent. And the remaining, you just do the best you can with, and you can be, I don't want to say abruptly, but like shortly apologetic and then move on. You don't need to feel really bad about it. You're running a darn business here. So for people who are really piffy about it, you can also, when your snowbirds come back in October and you don't have an appointment for 8 weeks, you can say, I know it's super frustrating. I'm doing the best I can here. Let me give you the information to another massage therapist and you can alternate between us. Let's book you for 8 weeks here, the next appointment I have here. But if you want to get in 4 weeks with another therapist, here's their information. They'll probably simmer down and just stick with just you. Worst case scenario, they go to another massage therapist and you don't have to worry about it anymore or feel pressured about it anymore. I also think that this could be a really good situation to make use of a cancellation and waiting list. So when someone calls and you can't get them in for 8 weeks, you can say, listen, I'm going to put you on my wait list. And whenever I have a cancellation or I end up with an opening, I will, I'll work down to your name on the list. And maybe you'll be able to get in sooner. And that takes a little bit of effort. There are a couple of booking systems that have wait lists integrated. I forget which one is my favorite right now. But yeah, booking systems have those. Some of them have those abilities, or it's probably worth a little bit of manual labor. I got to tell you, this week I am wishing I had a cancellation waiting list in place because I've had 3 COVID cancellations. But That's pretty much it. So kind of define if you don't want to take any new clients or you only want to take referrals from your current clients or certain pathologies or issues, whatever. State that really clearly on your website. Have other referral options and be kind and patient with your current clients and let them know that you are taking steps to make it easier for them to schedule in the future. Because these things do even out. They really do. Like, as soon as you're booked and you're like 8 to 12 weeks out, 2 clients are going to move and one's going to die. Like, you're going to end up with 3 monthly openings. So these things do, and that's sad. And I said that in a very offhanded way, but that's life. So people drop out of treatment, people move away, all of these things happen, and you will typically within a couple of months end up with a few openings and things will get a little bit better once you turn the faucet off. That is my whole shtick.
Sorry, I was muted. I was jabbering, and Alyssa's probably looking at me funny, like, "What is he saying?" I
I
was
had this
jabbering,
moment
I
of thinking that my like Wi-Fi maybe went out and I didn't know where, and you were just
was just
vamping. So
pranking you. Yeah.
sorry.
No, no, my bad. I was muted. Yes, thank you. Great practical lists. So thanks for sharing that. Good stuff. All right. Let's move on to our third sponsor today, which is Happy Face. I love talking about Happy Face.
I do too. Face cradles can be super uncomfortable for a client, and that pressure and stuffiness can ruin the whole massage experience. Happy Face is the most comfy face cradle so you can give the most relaxing massage of your client's life. No sinus pressure, no eye pressure, no need to adjust mid massage, no wrinkles on the face or makeup smearing. It is really a great product. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to read to you what someone put under one of our Instagram posts about Happy Face. These are so legit. I love that. I ordered one about a month ago after listening to your promo, and it is all true. Thanks for the great product recommendation. My clients thank you too. And I might have mentioned this a couple of episodes back, but our friend Sakena said that when with the happy face and starting people face down and then flipping them and using the slight tilt on her tiltable table, that slight elevation in someone's torso has all but eliminated the seasonal stuffiness issue. And I have actually tried that a few times because I have a tilt table now, and danged if it doesn't work. So when my clients with like a lot of allergies and stuffiness and stuff come in, I start them face down, which I typically did anyway, with my stuffy people because I don't want them to leave feeling stuffy. I want time to drain the head. But I have started them face down on a happy face. Then we flip them, we tilt the table up a little bit, and people are leaving with like no stuffiness at all. And I think that's going to even like improve after I take the manual lymphatic drainage class next week. So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Anyhow, super tangent. Testimonials left and right. Happy Face is designed to fit on massage tables and massage chairs with Velcro fully on the full back surface. So your Happy Face stays where you put it. It fits all different massage tables and face cradles and face cradle frames and such. Your face cradle covers, your fitted ones will absolutely fit. It's a standard size. You can get 20% off the entire purchase at massagebusinessblueprint.com/happyface. You're going to use code MassageBB at checkout, but that's on the landing page that you will see when you go to massagebusinessblueprint.com/happyface.
Thanks, Happy Face. All right. I don't have a quick tip today, and you've got a good one. So let's just go with yours.
Yeah, so mine actually relates to the little story I told you earlier about the guy whose bank account got shut down. He is now in a debacle because in order to open a new bank account, the bank is requiring the new bank he's going to, or credit union, I don't know, needs a copy of his original EIN letter, his tax ID number for his business, and they want a copy of the original letter, which probably got 15 years ago and wasn't filed well or whatever, and wasn't scanned into like, we didn't have that so much then. And he's having trouble finding it, and you have to actually call the IRS to get a new one. And then they mail it's like a whole thing. It's just such a debacle for this poor man. So my quick tip, inspired by that story, and also by a friend whose license lapsed, and now they have to reapply for a license in their state, and they have to go get their school transcripts and don't have a copy of them, and the school shut down. So that's a whole thing. So what I'm suggesting is that you make a little date with yourself, half a day, to do the legwork on your business and career records. go through your file cabinet, scan any and upload into a cloud or whatever. Everything that is relevant that you have in there: transcripts, EIN letters, insurance policies, permits, licenses, last year's tax return. Get it scanned and think through. I know it's hard to say, remember what you're missing, because if you're missing it, you're not going to know you're missing it. But think through stuff that you know you may have lost. And if you don't have the graduation certificate or a copy of your transcripts from your massage school, maybe request them now before you actually need them in an emergency situation. Anything that you could possibly be missing, try to think through it and get some of that stuff organized and together now, so that you're not at a crisis when you can't work or can't access your money when something dumb happens. Because dumb things happen, and they don't happen because you're dumb. They happen because dumb things happen. But they are certainly made worse if you haven't done the foundational work to keep your business running like a business instead of a hobby. So there's my quick tip. Schedule a little time to go through that, whatever. Put on a rom-com in the background or your favorite podcast or music and spend a couple hours getting that crap done.
Dumb things do happen.
To me, a lot.
All right. Anything else on your mind, or is that a wrap?
No, I have ranted enough at everybody.
All right. Well, with that, a reminder, Alyssa a couple times has mentioned our premium community throughout this episode. That is called Blueprint Mastermind on our website. And it is our private community of super smart massage therapists. We'd love to invite you to join if you're not a member. It's 30 days free. And then it's $20 a month after that, unless you're an ABMP member, in which case it is $15. And you can go through the ABMP portal and go to their benefits section and join through that link. And that will give you the ABMP discounted price. So anyway, either way, you get 30 days free to try it out. And we have a ton of great resources there, including office hours, which are the best part, I think, of our benefits. And we solve all sorts of problems all the time in office hours and really move people's massage businesses forward. So if you're not a member, consider trying us out for 30 days and check it out. That's at massagebusinessblueprint.com. So with that, you can email us at podcast@massagebusinessblueprint.com. And as always, we appreciate you being a listener. Have a great day. We will see you next time.